down. Kane, it's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe football show. Hope you're doing well. Me and Lockie didn't even have time for a chat, man. I was like, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll jump in and chat, and then obviously when he arrives. But he arrived as I pressed live. How are you, bro? Did you have a nice evening watching Haaland?
Yeah, he was rubbish, to be honest, was Erling Haaland.
Oh, was it? He scored though.
He did, yeah.
He had 40 Champions League goals.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, he wasn't great, but yeah, it's what I'd expect, to be honest. Yeah. Leipzig were quite good. They've got some good players. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I've not had a second to I've just took my hat off and my hair is greasy mess from wearing that hat all night. So just bear with me.
Cold, isn't it, man? Cold.
Oh, horrible.
Mate, it's snowing up here.
Is it?
Yeah, it's snowing, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's proper chilly. Man.
It's that cold, yeah. I've got the dressing going on again. It is what it is. It's cold. The heating's on full blast and it's snowing outside. It's not good. I don't know if have you seen what happened with Newcastle as well?
I haven't seen nothing.
Oh man, they were winning 1-0, defending for their lives. Unreal. Yeah. I mean, PSG should have scored a load, but Nick Pope pulling off great saves. Last minute, ball bounces off Livramento's chest onto his arm. Penalty. Joke. Yeah, joke. Corruption, man. Corruption, really. Jivan says the drip is on point. It's like my smoking jacket, G. What can I say?
You just need a cigar in one of your hands.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying, and then we'll be good, won't we? Right, mate. How are you, first and foremost? I haven't spoke to you for time.
Been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, I've kind of neglected YouTube and everything, to be honest. I've just been trying to write words every day, mate. It's long, but I'm all right. I'm getting the tail end of it now before Christmas, so we're getting there. But yeah, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm all right, mate. You know, yeah. I mean, let's chat about. Yeah, I'm good, and I'm good about Leeds as well, man. I think we're good, man. I think we're going to smash Swansea tomorrow, but we'll chat about that. Obviously, I see loads of reaction. Hull City are 3-0 up after 30 minutes, and everyone's going, "Oh, why can't we do that to Rotherham?" But Hull City were at home. Rotherham were away. We played Rotherham at home, and 10 of their 11 points have all come at home. Give me your thoughts on thingy, but also the overreaction, bro. Because I've seen quite a lot of it on social media. There's a person who's hopefully watching who commented on my presser reaction that I did a bit ago going, doesn't matter anyway because, you know, they're already out of sight. They're too consistent. Well, hang on a minute. The last 8 games, we're the most consistent team. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand the outpouring of outrage at what was a point away that can be a difficult place to go.
Yeah, I mentioned it. I put it in the chat, didn't I? In our chat the other day, like I was genuinely shocked. Like, as a fan base, we can overreact. We did a lot. Yeah. We did a lot, but I think I don't know. I always said, and I think with that game coming after international break, I don't think the players were at that kind of fit level that they usually are. I think the standard they set themselves, they didn't reach any of the game. I think you look at players like Dan James, he looked 2 or 3 yards slower than usual. You know, he didn't quite take his man on. Jorginho Rutter wasn't picking the ball up in spaces where he usually does. You know, he did some decent passing stuff, but you know, where he drops deep and he picks it up, he'll take 2 or 3 of them on. Even when we're playing bad, he does it. He didn't do any of that. And you could go around the pitch and do that for each individual. I don't think they were at the level that they set themselves. But I don't think it was a thing where a pattern that we need to be worried about in terms of, you know, is this what's going to happen? No, it isn't. Because on another day, at the end of the day, we've got 1 or 2 chances. And I think, was it Somerville had another big chance in that first half. That could have been 2-0. You know, then you kind of, but it's when that's 1-0 in it, it's that you think you're comfortable. And I think that's our problem. We think we're comfortable too easy. We think it's too easy when actually teams have a gear in them that they can go up when they sense they can get a point. And we need to realise that, I think. And we've seen it it's a bit of a trait we have, isn't it? And I think it's a trait of a lot of good teams, to be honest. They think they're good enough. That's footballers, you know, that they're they think they're really good. But then you forget you're playing against a bunch of footballers who don't like that, and they're thinking, right, well, we've got some out of this. We can get something. It's 1-0. And I think that was it. I think it's the mentality of see the game out in a professional way, and we're just struggling in moments to do that, I think. Yeah. Sorry, a long way of answering your question, but I'm worried if we don't allow it to become a constant pattern. Look, we know at home we don't do that at home. We're quite good at home. We see games off usually, right? It's an away thing, I think, generally speaking. But yeah, look, we go to Swansea and show everyone what we're about. That's that point, which is still a point, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's silenced, isn't it? But yeah.
You can't win every game, can you, bro? If we're being honest,
you
know what I mean?
Do every game as Leeds United. You should, right, in this league, realistically. But you don't. No team in the history of the world's ever won every single game in the league. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You do games where you're not on it, and you have to realise why we're not on it. What have we done wrong? And it's not an ability thing for us at all. And that's why I'm not that worried, because it's not that we don't have the players. It's them realising that they need to be consistent for 90 minutes and not let it drop. Because it's a championship and some of them are Premier League players, but it don't matter. You're playing against a team that'll, if it's 1-0, they'll sense it and they'll go for a point. So we have to just not be naive in those moments, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's the point that Joe was making, obviously, on the final word. And, you know, when you sit back and watch things back and listen to others, I can sort of like see the point that Joe was making. And it's similar to what you've just said about that dropping off when you think, oh, do you know what, we're cool, we're in front, we're not going to concede, that kind of vibe. So, like you said, it is something that needs to, we need to keep a certain level of performance all the time, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, we definitely need to do that. Nige just mentioned in the chat as well, West Brom have now gone into third on the same points as us, better goal difference, clearly. But I think tomorrow, like, obviously we've got a game in hand as well, but there's a chance for a big swing tomorrow, because obviously we're at home to Swansea, Leicester go away to Sheffield Wednesday, Southampton at home to Bristol City, and Ipswich play Millwall. So there's and Sunderland play Huddersfield as well. So like all the teams sort of in that top 6 all play tomorrow. So it could swing, and hopefully it'll swing in our favour. Just on the game, mate. What are you expecting? Because obviously we've seen last time out, Strout came off the bench. Jed Spence wasn't in the squad. Rutter played, maybe you shouldn't have in reflection. Byron didn't get used. But you're thinking now, after the press conference, I don't know if you caught it, but he basically said, Bar Stewart Dallas, we're at full strength. That's amazing, like music to my ears, bro, because we haven't had that yet. And
when were that
the option? The options are insane, aren't they?
Oh, that's what we have. And when you actually look at it, and we do, I do it, we all do it, we all complain, we're football fans, everyone does it. I saw people behind me today just constantly slagging off Haaland and so I'm thinking, we're so weird. Football fans are weird, aren't they? You know what I mean? We're a weird bunch. But you look at that team and you go, oh, we had some. We're playing Jed Spence is arguably, he's not even played. He could be the best right back in the league, and he was a few years ago. And I just hope that, I know they're not injured anymore, but are they fit is the thing. Jed Spence has been out for he's not played, has he, since the start of the season?
No.
So I don't think he'll be able to do 90 minutes. So I'd imagine he might come on potentially.
You don't think he'll start in then?
I don't think he's got 90 minutes in him just yet. Okay. So whether he starts him and obviously brings Sam Byron or someone else on, whoever, or he starts someone, Archie Gray, for example, and brings. I think he might feature. I hope he does. Cause I'm
hoping he starts. You know, bro. I want that back four. I want Meslier. I want Spence, Rodon, Strauch, and Byron. Like that. Yes,
our best back. That's brilliant. That's a good back for that. Yeah. I want him to. I want nothing more than Jed Spence to play, but I don't know yet. If he'd come on the other day and he played 20 minutes, then maybe. Yeah. But let's fit 90 minutes. Look, he might have recovered really well. He might be really sharp. We don't know, do we? But I don't see it personally. I hope he does. But I just want to see him. he's so good. I don't think it's weird, isn't it? How he's not played and he's so good. Like we can't.
Yeah.
He's at this level. He's the best player in the league. One of the best players in the league when he last played in this level. Yeah, he's unbelievable. And then you've got Nonto as well, who's looking sharper and sharper each week now. And plays like that.
He does. Yeah.
We've got Strauch. Yeah, I think Strauch could be good. Hopefully, he came on, didn't he? So
there's not a chance Cooper keeps his place if Strauch's like at a sufficient level.
Strauch straight in, without a doubt.
I have put in the chat, folks. Will Spence start? There's a poll in the chat, so please do vote on that and see where your head's at. 'Cause I think he might. But I do agree with what you're saying as well. It would be strange actually for him to throw him straight in, considering he's not normally like that, is he? It's a case of they need to get him in. Yeah, so probably.
I hope he does though.
Yeah, same.
I'd be well happy if he were in team. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah. Because hopefully Yannick Bolasie, like it's funny because like Yannick Bolasie was good in like 2015.
A while ago, yeah. But you just know, don't you?
Title, because everyone's like going, oh no, but it's like it's now 2023, and if I almost because I seen someone put out a Yannick Bolasie thing. I almost took that picture of Spence with the cigar and put Yannick Bolasie's face at the end of it. But then I thought I best not because I just didn't know if it would go down okay. I don't know, but I thought it was quite funny. I was thinking, I'll tell you what I might do. Spence put Bolasie in a spliff, but I don't even think I'm not even sure Bolasie will start really or feature because like you've mentioned with Spence, he's 34, just come from Turkey, no club. I think he's got a 2-month deal or something. Right. Like surely they don't then go, right, you're starting against Leeds.
A 2-month? Is that it?
That's what someone said. I don't know if that's right. Wow. I'm going to double check.
That's wild. Well, was he a free agent? He's a free agent.
Yeah.
Oh, I doubt he'd be match fit then. I really highly doubt he'd be match fit. He might get a 10-15 minute cameo, but surely he don't start him. Can't be that desperate, surely.
Yannick Bolasie signed short-term deal with Swansea. Was a free agent after leaving Turkish side. I can't pronounce him at the end of the season. So he hasn't, and we're well into the season now. So it's exactly.
I won't. If it's 10 years ago, I'd be frightened to death. But
of course.
Remember that we did that fake handball trick he made.
When he dropped down and did that, it was mad.
Everyone used to do that when we were at college, trying to figure it brilliant.
He's pure like FIFA Street guy.
Oh, yeah, he was brilliant. He was great to watch, wasn't he? But I don't think we'll get that guy to that level. I think we'll be all right, to be honest. That could bite me in the ass, but
I reckon if he went like that, he'd need help to get him back up.
He won't be able to get back up.
He might need help to get him back up. Just want to shout out my man Justin, member for 14 months now. I seen you put it on the presser one, and you were like, "I'm going to save it for tonight." He says, "Can't believe it's been 14 months. Feels longer. Enjoying every minute of it. Keep up the good work, Joe lad." Justin, thanks always for being here, and I will come and join this quiz at some point. I promise you. That you all talk about on a Friday night, I think it is. I will at some point. You just have to message me or something at the time because my memory is like a goldfish. So that's why my whole day is planned out via my calendar on this screen. Because I'm like, if I don't, I'm like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So defensively, we think either Gray or Spence. We're looking at Strauch, Rodon, and then Byram. Let's talk to me about Firpo, mate, because there's still some supporters out there. They still exist, and everybody. I don't want to say everybody worth their salt because that's that same. But basically, I'm listening to podcasts. I'm listening to other people speak about Firpo, and they're all sort of saying the same things. The guy's got no spatial awareness. Defensively, he's not, he's not aware of what's going on around him. Like Daniel Farker said, they've both got different qualities, but the qualities for me are, Lockie, one's good, one's shit. Byram's good and he's shit. I mean, what's your thoughts on Firpo and how he's been getting on?
I've always really said the same thing for Firpo. I think what ruined Firpo's career is when he moved to Barca or when he stayed at Barca that season where he didn't play.
Yeah.
Because he was playing at Betis 2 or 3 seasons. He was really good. He was a really good fullback. They played a back five, I believe, for most of it. And he was just good in that role with the right players around him. And he'd get assists, he'd get goals, he'd be really effective on the ball. And I think that suited him. And I think you see a lot of players now who just don't fit certain. It's a system, it's a style of play, it can even be an environment. You know, clearly the Premier League was too intense for him, for his body, because he just couldn't stay fit. And I think it's similar now in the sense that when you've got Sam Byram there, you're not worried about any of that stuff. You know, I think you get Johnny Firpo in a high possession team where his role's very simple. He needs to get forward and create. He's all right. That's what he's good at. But in a position what we are when we play a back four, you know, you are going to get exposed every now and again to 1v1 defending. And you know what, in fairness, I actually think 1v1 defending is actually all right against Rotherham. But it is Rotherham. He was. Like 1v1 duels, he was all right. But off the ball, his positional play isn't good. It's strange to watch. So he kind of just wanders a little bit. Just wanders around.
And even he's just not in the right place at all times, is he?
No. I don't think. Look, I don't know, but I just don't think it's, what's the word? I guess sensible to play him when you have Sam Byram. I can see a way, I guess, to play him when we're either, you know, you're up in a game and you're looking to see it out, or maybe you're losing the game, you need to bring on an attacking fullback.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But as a team that we are, what we rely on from them fullback positions is, first, you need to be decent defensively. Positional play is vital. Sam Byram's balance that he brings, that I keep talking about, you know, when to go forward, when to come back. Sam Byram is excellent at that. Firpo isn't. That's not what he's good at. So that brings it around to what I said at the start, where I just don't think what we do necessarily suits him to what he was good at when he was good back in the day, you know. And he's not that player for whatever reason. There's many reasons for it, but he's not that player anymore. So that's kind of the political way of answering you.
Exactly. Yeah, you've got to keep it PG and that. Graham says, keep up the good work, lads. Been watching for a few months now, virtually every day. Great content and debate. Leeds. Thank you very much, Graham. And I think we both agree with your ideal back four. I think that is it. Like, if you 100%. Can keep that fit, I think it keeps clean sheets, that as well, because we've seen them sort of drop off for a little bit, and that's probably because of the changing. But if you keep that four and Meslier fit, then I think you're fine. Let me chat to you about Meslier as well, bro, because obviously I've not had a chance to chat to you. You'll have probably seen me and Gabe's debate on the debrief. Obviously, then Meslier was it a mistake? Basically, he faces one shot against Rotherham, it ends up in the back of the net, and I'm like, oh God. But the not general consensus, but a lot of people's thoughts is this guy needs replacing, and I just disagree completely, bro. And I don't know, just wanted to know if you wanted to give your opinion and weighed in on that.
The thing with Meslier is, and we saw this, he is one good consistent season away from a top club wanting him, just because of what he has.
The attributes.
From what he's got, you know, he's still young. You know, if he had an excellent season in the Championship this year, there would be clubs around Europe. And I'm not saying like top teams, but decent clubs, you know, Europa League potentially, that would want a keeper like that. And that's because he has that ceiling, and he still has that. I think I do, when listening to Gabe's side of it, that side of it, I do think he could be better in those moments. I do think he could, you know, there is shots where he should save that he doesn't. I think his 1v1s are excellent. He did one against Rotherham, didn't he, the other day? 1v1, brilliant. But I agree. The question is, do you think he will get to where he can? I think that's the reason. I think that's what we're trying to figure out here. And I do, because we've seen it. I think the first season in the Premier League, he was really good.
He was great when he came in the Championship as well. For that
he was very young then, 18, 19 when he did that. And it's still a long process to get him to the level that he was. And I don't think he's ever been the best kind of positionally. I think he kind of overestimates potentially how because he's a big lad, how big he is, you know, that type of thing. And that might be something, it might take him 5-6 years to get a grip of, because keepers naturally get better when they're in the 30s. So
of course,
there's a lot to it with Meslier. I don't think I wouldn't replace him. I think he's fine. No. I'm not on that boat, but I do agree with the fact that I still think there is levels he could get better. And I think it will help that we have a good defense that's protecting him.
Of course.
But look, and it's the same for every player. This player's in Willie Nonto, you can say, for example. We've seen Nonto play well, and it's fair to say he's not performing what he could. Do we get rid of him? No, unless you get a lot of money for him, obviously. You have to. Luckily for that, though, we have depth in that position. And if I'm being honest, if Farke wasn't happy with Meslier, he'd throw Darlow in because he's played at this level. I know he was bad against Salford, but we can't keep relying on that. He was really good last year in the Championship. And talking about save percentages, Carl Dahl had one of the best in the Championship last season. So.
Yeah, and Hull City wanted him back. They did want him back.
So I do think he needs to improve. I think because he set that bar, he set the level, and he's not at that yet from what he did. So there's still improvement, definitely. But he's not a massive worry for me yet. No, not at all.
No, I think that's fair. I just wanted to get your opinion on it. Obviously, Kamara, Ampadu, we would say we're going midfield. I think the exciting thing for me, Lockie, is when Spence does come in and starts games, it means we can use Archie in the middle off the bench. I'm not expecting him to start. And I think at 17, why would you? He's already played a lot of minutes. It'll probably do him good to come out of the side. What he has shown is, he's played on right of the back three, played at right back, played in midfield. He gives us versatility in that respect. But it does give us another option. Because at the minute, Gruev is your Ampadu replacement. We don't really have a Kamara replacement, do we? So I think having Gray off the bench does offer us something different, which is important, right?
And I think that's a role that Gray can adopt because I think he is quite creative. I think he can be. He's got very good feet. He's good in tight spaces. He's got a decent pass. I think his passing's underrated. He can ping a ball. He can find the pass forward. He's very good at that. And just to have a 17-year-old that's willing to play on the bench, that's a great option. When you've got Jed Spence back, and I'm sure Archie will be all right with that. As long as he's part of the first team squad, he's fighting for that position. And you never know if Kamara has a few good games, Archie Gray will be right there. I think, it's just good. I personally, I know people talking about, what I'd still bring in a centre mid in January, I think.
Would you? Would that be one of the spots?
I just think we need a bit more.
Like a 10 or just another option in there?
A 10/8. So a player, Amiri, a player like that who can play the 8 but can also play the 10. A creative player, you know what I mean? So similar to Kamara, but maybe a bit more advanced because I just think we need depth there. But if Jed Spence does manage to stay fit, and hopefully he does, Archie Gray on the bench is an excellent option. And that's the type of depth that you need to compete.
100%. And I think if you were to ask Archie before the season how many games would you play, he's probably already surpassed what he thought he was going to play. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone would say, won't they? He'll come off the bench and get a few cameos. No, played every minute basically. It's mental. But fair play to him. He's playing well, isn't he? I'm seeing some people online saying that he's not been very good, which is just wild.
People saying he can't play right back. Get him out of right back. This guy played. I'm like, are you watching what I'm watching? Because there's moments where he gets the ball where even Luke Ayling would panic, and he doesn't.
It doesn't bother
him.
He
moves the ball. He'll go from right to left, and he'll be in between two players, and then he'll pass it into Ampadu, and I'm like, this kid's 17, man. So these people that say he doesn't play right back, I honestly don't understand it, bro. In terms of his progression in the game, whether that's outside of Leeds or with, I think he'll end up being a right back, bro, just because of his stature and stuff. I don't see him, but a bit like Trent. Like Trent was a midfielder. I'm not saying he's anywhere close to his level of ability. Trent's completed football. Yeah, defensively is not great, but he's still one of the best right backs in world football. People are too wild on Trent, in my opinion. But he will play that inverted role, which is the thing at the minute, perfectly for me. And I just don't understand everyone's. Well, it's not everyone; it's a select few people.
Yeah, I think we're trying to find something to complain about. And blaming a 17-year-old who's been brilliant by all accounts is not the way to do it. Personally, I don't know. Maybe people just don't believe that, but that's fine. That's their opinion. That's what it is. But he's been good for me. I don't think they'll wrong with him.
Amazing.
At all, to be honest.
I never get worried when the ball's down his side anymore. Them first few games, he came up against that Bell at Bristol City, you're thinking, okay, he's adjusting now. I'm not concerned whatsoever.
And that's it. You said that with Bell and Mavididi, he's come up against some good wingers. And bar maybe 10-minute periods at the start. He's been fine. He's dealt with it. And he's and I think in terms of wingers, in terms of right back and left back, Byram and him, I think he's got the more difficult ones because teams play down that side because they know they're not going to get out of Byram, and he deals with it most of the time. I know the goal the other day, well, against Rotherham was communication and Rodon. I don't know what, what they were doing, but about 12 people were in point for that goal, and we only had 11 on the pitch.
Oh, mate, it was a catalogue of errors, wasn't it? Even like the cross, it sort of took a deflection off Kamara's path, Rodon missed.
Shocking.
Yeah, it's gone mad, hasn't it? It's gone mad. In terms of talk to me about Pirro, bro. I don't think he's been doing that bad. I think he's actually getting better. But when we play poorly, he seems to be a bit of a lightning rod for it all.
I think.
Go on.
The thing with Pirro is he doesn't touch the ball a lot. So when you win,
during the game,
and you'll get a goal in that, it looks great. But when you don't win and you don't get a goal in that, it's Pirro's not done anything. I think, and look, I got criticised for it. Me and Andrea said, I know I've got a lot wrong, but me and Andrea said at the start, we said, didn't we? He doesn't fit the system. He doesn't.
Yeah, you did.
Hence why, he's touching the ball less and the least amount of stuff is coming through him because he's still in a period where Daniel Farke's trying to figure out how do we get the best out of this guy. There's a guy that will score you 20 goals in the Championship. He's done it for the last 2 seasons. It's how do we get that out of him while playing our system? And he's on 6. If he continues this form, he'll be around that. He will. What, 16, 14, 15? Something like that? That's
something like that, mate. Yeah.
That's 1 and 2. It's not terrible. But I do agree it doesn't fit perfectly. It doesn't. And we're still trying to find a way to make him more effective in our side. And I think the emergence of how good Jorginho Rutter has been is kind of putting him on the back burner a little bit because maybe Farke wanted to play Rutter in that 10 originally, but then thought he's doing really well for me. I'm not going to change him around. I think what we need there is an option, a different option. So create a player.
I agree. And I was making this point against Rotherham. Okay, Paveda's done okay when he's come on. But if you had a better option off the bench, like that. So say I looked at West Brom the other night when they played Ipswich. The guy they've got on loan from Brighton. On loan, Sarmiento. So they brought on that Sarmiento, and I'm looking, we're bringing on Poveda, and I'm thinking it's that kind of injection that we need. When he came on, he was getting on the ball, he was beating players, he was dribbling at players, and Poveda tried to do that, but I just don't think he's good enough. Whereas if we had someone like a Sarmiento off the bench, someone of that ilk on loan, it would do loads for us, I think, in that position.
We need that. And it's a different option as well in the game where Pirro's not in it. Because there'll be games where he's not, because he's not a quick player. That's not what he is. So when a game where it's quick and it requires speed and running in behind or picking up certain positions, he's not going to do it because he's not fast. You can't make him fast. So we need a different option where, we've got Nonso, who's a different option on the wing to Somerville. Very different type of player, more direct. He'll go on the outside. We need that. I think we need a creative player who can run at people, like a Saiz type, like you said, Sarmiento type player. Someone like that who just come on, run at people. And we don't have that. So it's a bit predictable in there at times, I think. But hopefully in January we get that. That would be a crucial thing for me.
Yeah, it was quite interesting hearing Farke speak about January and the fact that, it's going to be, they're already looking at the mid to long-term time and all that sort of stuff. And so contrary to popular opinion, YouTubers will still be pumping out the content.
Best believe there'll be transfer videos every day.
Every day, every minute, maybe 4 a day if you look.
Maybe.
Man. Listen, August, we hit 1 million live views. So I'm going to go again, man. We're going again.
Any rumour.
Exactly. Yeah. Like Danny Rumsey's just seen Owen walk out Vellum Road. I'm like, right, Owen's signing. Something like that. What about Bamford, mate? Because obviously we're talking about Poveda off the bench. Bamford came on. There's a lot of people in the chat, Bam fraud and that. I'm sort of done with him myself now, mate, at this stage. And I felt like one of the last bastions of the Bamford. I know Liam Horsley, who was on with us before, watches this. He still backs him, and some still in the chat. But I remember Danny Rumsey actually said he was going to be top scorer this season.
What did I? Oh, I didn't.
No, you didn't. I don't
Sure.
think. No, maybe not. Let's go back. Yeah. What? It's just not working, is it? I think Mateo Joseph should maybe take that spot. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's. I think like
it's not ability for me, bro. It's not ability. It's here.
Yeah.
At this point.
I think I don't want to put words in Bamford's mouth, and I might be totally wrong, but I get a sense that he doesn't love football as much as he used to. Maybe. I don't know. That could be. I'm completely wrong with that. I just feel like at the end of the day, he doesn't go home, and if he doesn't score, he's not going home kicking or crying or like you do when you lose a game of football. I think it is what it is now. It's football. He's fine with that. I think he's at that stage now, and I think we do. And it's same with it happens when you get older. You know your body's not right. You've not got too long left in the game. He's doing podcasts. It's obviously something he's passionate about. He wants to get into after football, so he's putting his foot in that door. So I don't think. I could be totally wrong, but I just don't think he's got that core passion that maybe he had when we were in the Premier League and he scored, 17, 18 goals in the Premier League. Exactly. I don't think maybe his body just doesn't feel right. Maybe he just doesn't feel like it. Maybe he's just not, I don't know. But he's coming on and he's not the player he was.
Yeah. And I think you bang on, Mick. You think about it, right? He's coming to the end of his career. He was at Forest, went to Chelsea, got all these loans. Then he finds a home at Leeds United after Borough and gets promoted. He gets an England call up, and then it's just...
Your life peaks at that point, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then it's all downhill.
Yeah.
And it literally has all gone downhill because he's got injured. When he's come on, he's made errors. The fans, a lot of them, 90% give him grief, which I know I'm sort of doing now, but not in the way that he's received. And I say 90%, there's probably 5% that have abused him on social media. So he's gone from here to there. Leeds being relegated, all that sort of stuff. So it is, like you say, is it any wonder you could easily fall out of love of him? Because I have a feeling that as much as he likes to show us that, I'll take the ball, I'll take the pen, it's almost like he's nervous. Like, I don't know if he like you said, he enjoys being that man. Do you know what I mean?
It's like he's waiting so badly for that moment of, okay, I am good still. I can still do this. But it's not coming from him, like you said, with the penalty misses and the moments in games where, he's offside, just little things, nothing seems to be in his way. And it's on, maybe in his mind, he's thinking, yeah, this isn't what it just doesn't feel right. I don't know. It's like, when you're in a job and you just, it's not right, this now. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But you talked about Mateo Joseph, and there's a young guy who is full of passion and drive. For everyone that spoke to him, said that, he loves the game, he loves football, he wants to impress. And that's the challenge to him now. Take that shirt. Take it. Yeah. Go to training every day and be unbelievable. Give Fark no option to not put you on the bench or not play you. And I genuinely think if you didn't get injured at the start, because I believe that was longer than he thought.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Because he was involved, weren't he?
He was. And he played in pre-season 2-3 times, and he was good. He was really effective. Played on the left, didn't he? And he was good. And I think there's a lot more to come from him. I just think it might be a little more time, and maybe the striker position is something we'd look at in January. A guy on loan who is hungry and wants to impress and feels a need to impress, who's trying to get to the level where he wants an England call up like Patrick Bamford have. He wants to play in the Premier League. Maybe that's the type of player we need. And this is not me saying, like, it happens when you get old and you don't feel as good as you used to. You fall out of love with things. It's happened to me with many things, even football. When my legs starting after it and you can't really walk, you start to feel a bit, is this for me now? You try to do other things, coaching. It's horrible, mate. Shin splints. Have you got shin splints? They are the worst.
No, but I'm a little bit worried about my knees because they keep clicking.
Right, that's not good.
Like every time when I go to the gym and we like squats, they just not good, is it? So like I was doing it, I'm thinking my knees might be gone. Do you know what I mean? The mad thing is, like, next year though, bro, in February, I'm closer to 40 than I am 30, so I'm 36 next month. It's insane, bro. Like,
getting old now. getting there, getting to 40. But
it's game over. It's game over, bro. Then.
Nah, you'll be right. You'll be right.
Yeah.
So. Look, I think it's a mentality of where we're going. I think we need to rejuvenate a lot of the squads and bring in young players that are very hungry to impress and really want to. And have not reached the level where Cooper, Ayling, Bamford they got to the Premier League. Bamford got his England call up. He scored 17 goals in the Premier League. We need someone who wants that. Do you know what I mean? He's done that. We need someone who wants that. That's the next step we need from a player. Is that Matteo Joseph? That's down to him to really impress the manager. Is that someone we bring in? Let's see. But we need hunger. Yeah, that's what we need now.
We do. And I think the thing is, right, like players that the club might have been interested in, you approach these clubs in the summer and they go, "No, we're going to use him." But now 6 months down the line, they maybe haven't been used. You go back in and you say, "Look," and they go, "All right, okay." And I think that'll happen at Leeds as well because you've got Darko JB.
Yeah.
You've got, Lewis Bay. You've got even Joffrey. I think if Leeds United do bring someone in that position, Joffrey's allowed to go out on loan. Creswell even, bro. Like if I'm Creswell, I'm saying I want a loan.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that you've only got me, Cooper. You're not playing me. I want to go. And I understand that. Why? Do you know what I mean?
Cooper's good enough. Creswell's good enough to have another championship loan, 100%.
Yeah. No, I agree. David says you need to be taking collagen.
Oh, yeah. Collagen is great for your joints.
Collagen? What's that? Isn't that what you put in?
It's like a liquid.
In your lips?
I don't know. You can drink it. My girlfriend used to work at a collagen company. So.
Oh. Can she sort me someone out?
No, she doesn't work there anymore.
She doesn't work there anymore? Okay.
Great point from David. Yeah, collagen's great for your joints. There you go, Joe.
Yeah, but I thought collagen goes in your lips.
I'm not sure.
I don't want to walk around with trout pouts on my knees. Do you know what I mean?
No, you drink it. It's in a drink. You don't inject it.
Well, that's it. People inject collagen in the lips, man. I swear they do. Yeah. Fuck knows. Yeah, like there, look. Evie says, "Joe, your knees will end up looking like a Kardashian." There you go. I'll just get some cod liver oils tablets like the old school thing. I don't know. We'll see, innit? We'll see. So we've got obviously Rutter, we've got Pirro, Somerville, James. I don't think he will because I guess my point is if James has another poor game and then on that, let's get Nonto back in the side. I don't know what you're
just based on last game, I'm not going to overreact just based on the fact that I think was he one of the lads that didn't have a training session? He got back Wednesday night from Wales duty.
Right, mate. Yeah.
So again, if he plays bad if he doesn't play well against Swansea, then you've got to consider Willie Nonto, who's seemingly doing well when he comes on. Yeah, but not right now. No, I'd give James a game against Swansea. He won a score against them. He played there, didn't he, as well?
Yeah. So did Rodon. So did Pirro.
Yeah.
So it's get all three, and they might all score 3-0. All the ex-Swansea players. You never know.
If you were Swansea, if that happened, would you?
Yeah. David says, "Joe, there's different types. Just make sure you buy the right one." Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I'd end up buying the one that would make me have trout pouts on my knees.
Don't drink that.
Don't drink that. Where's Joy's in hospital, poisoned like that. Lockie told me it was all right. Got nice knees though.
Yeah, your knees are great.
Yeah, body's fucked, but your knees are all right.
See Messi's knees. You'll have Messi's knees. See how weird his knees are. Like really stick out loads. He's been on it. Messi's been on it.
Yeah. Evie says, "David, if Joe ends up coming out like Kylie Jenner lips, then we're blaming you. Imagine that'd be the next. He's gone from having the tan to the lips like that." We shall see.
Don't get an addiction. Do not get addicted.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm already looking like Ben White with me tan. You know what I mean? If I had hair, mate, I'll dye it white. I might do and do the beard or something. I don't know.
White. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Swansea City, mate. They've got Matt Grimes. Who else is there? Jamal Lowe up top. I'm trying to think. I'm just going to have a look now.
Pull it up. They looked at their team. They've got a defender. Is it Wood? Who's quite good?
They've got one defender.
They've got a defender.
You've got Matt Grimes, Harry Darling, Bashir Humphries. I'm just looking on
Charlie Patino, good midfielder. Yeah.
So he was someone that may have been Andrea, might have put him forward on the scouting report. Or was it you?
We both had him, but I think he went with someone else and I went with him. Yeah, we both had him though. Yeah. Good player. Yeah, central midfielder, good on the ball, good passer. Yeah. So watch out for him. Yeah, they've got there's a few there. There's Bashir Humphries as well, who I put on the thing for a loan from Chelsea, I believe. Yeah, there's a few. Matt Grimes, we know about Matt Grimes.
Yeah, we do.
Jamie Patterson, I remember him back in the day. He used to be quite good back in the day. I don't know if he's good anymore.
Josh Tyman as well. I think he's a player.
Yeah. Nathan Woods, defender, decent centre back. Yeah, decent player.
Yeah,
who's that striker that scores all the goals? Forget his name. We got a striker that scores loads. Not loads, but a few.
Joel Pirro.
Yeah.
You got Jerry Yates.
Jerry Yates, I think he's got 5 in league or something.
Yeah, that's right. Jerry Yates and then Jamal Lowe as well. He's got 4, I think. So yeah. See, the thing is for me, I'm genuinely not concerned about what they're bringing, bro. And that might sound arrogant, but I just think Leeds United at home, since the turn of the transfer window, I think we're just too good, bro.
I'm expecting more, regardless. Yeah. Regardless of who you're playing against in this league, we should. Well, we've been relegated from the Premier League, so we should have more. We should beat at home. We just should. You look at when they do the analysis and the trading, they'll look at the players they've got and they'll look how to nullify them. But also, I say this every time I'm on, they'll look at each other and say, but we've just got to be us because we're good as well. And we've got quality in this changing room and we can put our style on teams. And that's what we've got to do. They've got to show the crowd tomorrow, though. They've got to, it's been a while, it's international break. We've not been at home for a few weeks. They've got to show the crowd what they're made of. We do at home often, but I want to see a bit of a killer performance tomorrow. I want to see us proper go for it.
Yeah. How does that look for you, mate? What we thinking scoreline wise and goal scorers? Where's your head at?
We've got to be aggressive. That's what I will say. I think that's fair. I think we started. I think the problem with starting games is now gone to the end of games. We're starting games quicker now.
Yeah.
At the end games, then we're going to what we used to start games like. So it's trying to gone full circle. But who's going to score? I always get defender in mind. I don't know why. From a corner or something. I always go for the score, but I think you get a 3-1. 3-1.
You think they'll score?
Yeah, I do. I think they'll get one. But we're 3-0 up by that point, so it'll be fine. I'm not having a 1-0 down, then I can't do that. Can't do that.
No.
Who's going to score for us? So many options.
I think Pirro scores.
Pirro, yeah.
Yeah. I do think Pirro will score, just because it's, what it's like, football against his old team and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
I think we might get a clean sheet tomorrow. I do. I think I've got a feeling Spence players. I know 52% in the poll reckoned on that he wouldn't.
Right.
51-48 said yes. So it's pretty split, really, to be fair. But
you don't know with Farker because he said last week that Rutter is a big doubt, and then he started him. So he's playing games. So he might be fine. We just don't know with Farker. I hope he does. I really do.
Yeah.
Imagine that when we see him on that team sheet, how happy everyone will be. Everyone will be delighted. It'll be brilliant. The crowd will see him like, oh, new toy.
He's going to create, and he's like recovery pace. He's just unreal. But he's going to score goals. He's going to create goals. I think he's going to be like the final missing piece of the jigsaw. Yeah. We all know how good, what's his face, Max Aarons was under Daniel Farker. I'm expecting, similar or if not better impact with Spence at Leeds.
Spence is so good. It's strange that we've got him because his trajectory was really, really weird. He did well with Forest, and I mean really well. He was excellent that season. I remember watching a few games in the playoffs as well. He was outstanding. He won their Player of the Year, which you don't usually get as a right back, which is wild. He then kind of rushed, I think, to get to the top. He went to Spurs. They had a lot of options down there. The coach didn't like him, didn't fancy him. I believe they fell out. Was it Conte fell out for not picking him? Went on loan at Rennes. Did well on loan last year at Rennes with Rodon.
Yeah.
and still not in Spurs' plan. And I'm surprised no lower league Premier League team wanted him. I really am. And the fact that we've got him now, I don't think he'll be the level he can be yet. I think that still take 2 or 3 games, but it'll still be adequate enough. And I'm 100%. Really looking forward to it. I can't wait to see him.
Same.
Whenever it is.
I think we all are, because I think with Ayling, we saw him going forward a lot, not great defensively. With Archie, it's a little bit. There sometimes seems a reluctance to get forward, whereas with Spence, I think you're going to get all aspects. Do you know what I mean? He's going to defend and he's going to get forward and get into dangerous areas. So I think it'll just add a whole new facet to our game and our build-up, and it's extra threat in it down that side.
The thing with Spence is he's not great defending. He isn't. He does dive in a bit. He will get a lot of yellow cards because of that. He'll try pull back, but he's really quick and his recovery speed is ridiculous. So if he does get beat, best believe he'll catch them up, which is good. So yeah, he's got that in as well.
For sure. I think it's going to be quite. I think we're going to win 3-0, mate. I think we get a clean sheet tomorrow. I think it's going to be quite comfortable. Like I say, it'll just be normal service resumed, and we pick up 3 points, 3-point collectors, move on to Borough on the weekend, same again at home, and then see where we're at. Like, I'm still going along with the thing as well, Lockie, that by January the 1st, Leeds United will be in the top 2. The gaps. Yeah. Well, there's 8 games, bro. There's tomorrow and 7 in December. 7. Which is mad, isn't it? When you think about it, 8 games.
That is wild.
That's a lot of points. It's a lot of points, man.
Yeah. And then comes January, and I think, we've got the transfer window.
Yeah, we play on January the 1st as well. We play New Year's Day, of course. So it's like, I'm not even counting that game, actually. So that's 9 games. So that, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 games.
I think come January, if we're wherever we are now, similar position, maybe top 2.
Yeah.
I know some people are taking from the press conference that we're not signing anyone. I didn't take that. I think they're being calm and sensible about it and waiting to see what we need at that time, because that could change. They're not going to rush into decisions in November. But they'll have lists, obviously. They'll know players, but they're not going to push until, we might have 3 midfielders out. We might not bring a midfielder, we'll see closer. But I do think, regardless of that, we will bring 1 or 2 loans in. And I think they'll be decent quality loans, and that might be the edge we need.
To get us over the line.
Yeah.
And I think the thing if we're being honest, any window is going to be calm compared to what we had to experience in the fucking summer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, though? Like, even on the last day.
We signed Ampadu, and then we waited, 3.5 weeks for the first sign.
Yeah, man. It's long, wasn't it? And then obviously on the final day, we're like, Sinisterra's leaving the training ground going, I'm staying, when he was on his fucking way to London. Do you know what I mean? So, a bit mad.
That was obviously wild, that day.
Danny says 4 points from next 2 games, which he can guarantee now. He said it definitely won't happen. So don't worry. 6 points on the offing, mate, and then we'll see what Ipswich are doing. Just to look at them, mate, obviously, we're going to count Southampton as well. Sheff Wednesday at home against Leicester. Yeah, imagine Leicester win that, right?
Should be a comfortable one. Should be.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Couple of goals, I think.
They'll get a few goals in 78th minute or something like that. Usually win it.
Definitely.
Having battered them for the first 78 minutes, let me just clarify.
Southampton versus Bristol City Saints at home. Back to winning ways, do you think?
Bristol are a decent side.
Yeah, they are a good side. Yeah.
Surely they'll have just enough to win that, I think. Yeah.
And then Ipswich at home against Millwall.
Oh, Millwall are doing all right with a new manager.
They got 4-0 though by Coventry the other day.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
God, maybe not then.
But Ipswich are at home. Yeah.
It's a game, but it's a game Ipswich should be winning. So if they don't, there is serious falling off issues there. If they don't win that, they have to win that. I think people talk about must wins. I think for them against Millwall at home, they should win that. They have to win that if they're. Otherwise, if we do win, obviously, the gaps then within 2 wins.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It is mad. Like, I think, the thing is with Ipswich as well, they've gone from being used to winning to scoring in every game. And actually against West Brom, that was the first game since February that they hadn't scored in a game. So that then starts to no, we didn't score. Do you know what I mean? So
the thing was with Ipswich, and I always watched the goals. They scored loads of like worldies, like from outside the box. They do it every game.
Yeah.
But no, Johnny. Yeah,
yeah.
Outside.
Joe unlucky. He's mentioned it a few times, so I just wanted to thank you, Jay.
Legend. Yeah, they just score loads of goals from outside the box. They just hit it. I'd look like his centre back, whoever it is, they just shoot from outside the box. It go in. Like, when's that gonna stop? And it is a little bit. So they're struggling. Yeah, they definitely are.
I just want to bring this up as well. Colin says, worrying that Somerville and Rutter could go in Jan as they're outstanding. I'm not concerned at all. Are you?
All we do is say, right, 40 million each, and then clubs go, all right, no, then. It's as easy as that. Clubs do it all the time in January. No Championship team is selling their best asset in January. The only reason it could be an issue is if they forced it out, and I don't see them forcing the way out.
It'd be a silly move, bro. You're playing week in, week out.
No need.
You're playing the best football of your career.
Could be in the Premier
scoring
League
goals
next season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd just be silly. And all they have to do is look at what happened with Nonto and realise, that's probably not a right move. Do you know what I mean?
It is, and Nonto's not in the starting lineup now, and he's not at the level or got the statistics, goals and assists that he should.
And imagine he had moved to Everton, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're bottom of the table, 10 points
straight
reduction.
Back,
smashed by Man United, who are rubbish. Do you know what I mean? So
I'm not worried about anyone that we want to stay leaving, to be honest, unless it's our say. I know there's the Nonto chat, and that'll obviously pop up in January, and we'll see what happens.
I think it's an easy story, bro. I don't even think he'll leave in January.
No. Well, that's down the club, innit? I think it's whether they're agents or they kick off, and I hope not. Just don't. Just leave it. You're in a promotion race. Just win the league, for God's sake. Just go to the Premier League, and then if we don't go up, fair enough. Then kick off and do what you want.
Of course.
But just this, in January, it'll be 3-4 months of the season. It's not long.
It's pointless,
stay
isn't it?
For a few months. It's not that deep.
Especially when we'll be in top 2 by that point.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean? Well, mate, it's been lovely catching up with you.
Right.
We've done 52 minutes. It's gone mad quick, hasn't it? I know. Yeah, 52 minutes. Listen, everyone, make sure you go check out Lockie's channel. He will be more active, hopefully, on here, coming soon, and on his channel as well. Yeah. Because, of course, it's a busy month, and then we've got January and all that sort of stuff. So it's exciting times. Please make sure you smash a like on this video, subscribe to mine and Lockie's channels, get your comments in, hit the notification bell. And tomorrow is match day, of course. So
I've got a college game at college. I've got a uni game as well on Wednesday. So if we lose that and then Leeds lose it, I might be the most angry person, depressed person in the world. So
what time is your kickoff with the uni game?
1 o'clock, early one.
Oh, nice. Nice. Are you playing another uni or?
Yes. I don't know why I had to think about that. Yeah, we are. Liverpool. Got Liverpool. Uni of Liverpool.
Yeah. Uni of Liverpool versus Uni of Manchester.
UCFB.
Which is?
University. Well, I honestly, I don't know our initials, but it's Football University. Football Business University, Manchester, we are.
So is it a bit like the Manchester-Liverpool thing? It might be like that, bro, mightn't it?
University campus of football business. There it is. Got it. I've got it in the end. Yeah. A bit of a Liverpool rivalry there. We've got 2 Liverpool teams in our league, so we're going to beat them.
Oh, there you go.
The second as well, so we need to beat them.
Well, you are a massive City fan going to the ground tonight.
Honestly. I just wanted to watch. Just watch football and not be stressed.
Yeah, of course.
I wanted a bit of that because when I watch Leeds, I'm always stressed. With uni, I'm always stressed. Just watch a game of football and enjoy it.
Mate, I watched Newcastle tonight, and I got stressed for Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? I was like, "This is bang out of order." I started going, "Why, man? I whip it." You know what I mean? I was fuming, fog on the time and all that. But it's funny. We talk about football, consume football. It's just football talk.
And Joe, ticket were 18 quid to watch 2 championship Champions League. 18 pound. Yeah. No brainer for me. That get to watch Pep,
of course,
and his team play. RB Leipzig as well. There's something they had. What Xavi Simons?
Bro, this is how mad it is at City. You know when Man City say, "Oh, we got," and I'm not. Listen, it is what it is. They only existed properly at the top table, You know, in 20 years' time, they'll have a massive fan base. I get it. And there are some that have been there since forever. But when you go on uni days and there is tickets for Man City on uni days, giving them away cheap as chips, I'm a bit like, yeah, that's not great, because you're not getting that at any other football club. You're not getting that at Leeds United, where they've got that many sloshing around. They go, stick them on uni days at a cup price.
Well, that's where I got mine from, so I'm not complaining, mate.
Well, this is what I'm saying, though. Do you know what I mean? No,
I get it.
Get that. But imagine if Leeds got in the Champions League. You're not getting that.
That won't happen when Leeds. It wouldn't.
No.
They sell out instantly. They'd be none of that. But yeah, it is good. I guess. Yeah, you know, it is good for a neutral to go watch. But then, as a hardcore fan of that club, you're thinking, where's everyone else? Why are we giving these tickets away for people that are not going to cheer or not going to, atmosphere and all that? But a great evening, so I'm not going to complain about it.
Yeah, no, listen, it'd be great to see Haaland in the flesh as well. So, I get it, because he's an absolute monster. Yeah, right. Well, we'll leave it there. We were supposed to leave it there 5 minutes ago, and we started talking about something else. That's what happens a lot. I was talking about Terminator 2. Have you ever watched Terminator 2, Lockie?
A while ago, when I was a young'un.
Do you rate it?
I honestly can't remember much of it. Why?
Please watch it again.
All right.
You have to watch it. You have to watch it. It's brilliant, man. I love it. Made me cry, that's all. We were talking about it earlier, and great film. Just because AI is basically taking over the world, Lockie, and I'm convinced 25, 30 years, maybe a little bit more, there will be like robots and that.
Nice. I can't wait for it. That'd be cool.
No, mate, it's when they turn on you.
No, but I'm going to be that guy who's really nice to him, so they don't.
Really?
You know what I mean? I'm going to
Nice.
be. I apologize to like Alexa if I say please at the end of it and everything, mate.
Really?
Yeah, you got to treat them like humans, Joe, because you never know.
She's not going to shag you, mate.
But sure. Might stop her killing me in the future.
I love that. Hey, God. Anyway, right, we'll leave it on that. I don't know.
Might be back at uni, gee.
Yeah. It's probably just demonetized my whole stream, that one line, that has.
Worth it.
The AI coming straight after me. Yeah, right. We'll leave it there. Thanks, everyone. Have a nice evening. We'll see you tomorrow.